Hello everyone, and welcome back to our journey of mastering the mind. In our last session, we dove into the incredible power of the conscious and subconscious mind, and covering how they sculpt our reality. Today, we're tackling something every single one of us experiences daily, our mood. Have you ever woken up feeling on top of the world, full of energy and motivation, for no apparent reason? Or conversely, have you ever felt a wave of irritation or sadness wash over you, even when everything seems fine? We've all been there. It often feels like our moods have a mind of their own. So today, we're going to demystify this experience and answer to fundamental questions. What exactly is mood? And why does it seem to change so frequently? Let's start with the basics. What is mood? A mood isn't just a random, fleeting feeling. It's a complex psychological and biological state that sets the entire tone for your inner world. I like to think of mood as the emotional climate of your mind. If emotions are like short, intense weather events, a sudden rain shower, a flash of lightning, or a burst of sunshine, then your mood is the season. It's the underlying condition that lasts much longer and colors everything you think, feel, and do. For example, if you're in a positive mood, that annoying traffic jam on your way to work might just be a minor inconvenience. You might even use the time to listen to your favorite podcast. But if you're in a negative mood, that same traffic jam can feel like a personal attack, a frustrating obstacle that ruins your entire day. A good mood makes problems feel manageable, while a bad mood can make even the smallest setbacks feel completely overwhelming. It's the background music to your life, and it has a huge impact on your perception of reality. So, where does this emotional climate come from? This brings us to the fascinating science behind our moods. It's not magic, it's a combination of biology, psychology, and environment. First, let's talk about brain chemistry. Your brain is a sophisticated chemical factory, constantly producing hormones and neurotransmitters that regulate how you feel. You've probably heard of some of the key players. There's serotonin, often called the feel-good chemical, which contributes to feelings of well-being and happiness. When serotonin levels are balanced, you feel calm and content. Then there's dopamine, the motivation molecule. It's released when you anticipate a reward, driving you to achieve goals and seek out pleasurable experiences. And on the flip side, we have cortisol, the infamous stress hormone. When you're facing a threat or pressure, your cortisol levels rise, putting you in a state of high alert. The constant ebb and flow of these chemicals directly translates into the shifts in your mood. A dip in serotonin can leave you feeling irritable, while a surge of dopamine can make you feel excited and driven. Next, let's consider your physical state. Your mind and body are not separate entities, they are deeply interconnected. The health of your body has a direct and profound impact on the state of your mind. Think about the big three: sleep, nutrition, and exercise. Have you ever noticed how a night of poor sleep can make you grumpy and short-tempered? That's because sleep deprivation can lower your serotonin levels. What about the food you eat? A nutrient-dense meal can provide a stable source of energy, making you feel clear-headed and light. In contrast, a sugar crash can leave you feeling foggy and lethargic. And exercise. Moving your body releases endorphins, which are natural mood lifters. So, how you treat your body is a critical factor in regulating your mood. Third, we have the power of your mind and thoughts. What you choose to focus on acts like a director for your emotional state. If you spend your time replaying negative memories, dwelling on past mistakes, or worrying about what could go wrong, you are actively cultivating a negative mood. You're feeding the internal critic and strengthening neural pathways associated with sadness and anxiety. Conversely, if you focus on things you're grateful for, visualize future successes, or engage in positive self-talk, you are steering your mood in a more positive direction. Your thoughts are not just passive observers, they are active participants in creating your emotional reality. Finally, your environment plays a huge role. This includes the people you're with, the physical space you're in, the music you listen to, and even the weather. Being around supportive, positive people can lift your spirits, while spending time with chronically negative or critical individuals can drain your energy and bring you down. Walking into a clean, sunlit room feels very different from being in a dark, cluttered space. The right song can energize you for a workout, while a melancholic melody can bring you to a place of quiet reflection. Your mood is constantly absorbing cues from the world around you. So, with all these moving parts, brain chemistry, body state, thoughts, and environment, it's no wonder our moods change. Your mood is in a constant state of flux because your brain and body are constantly reacting and adapting to your internal and external world. Think of your mood as a sensitive barometer, a mirror reflecting your inner balance. If you're hungry, tired, stressed, or lonely, your mood will signal that something is off. It might manifest as irritability, sadness, or anxiety. If you're well-rested, nourished, connected with loved ones, and inspired by your work, your mood will reflect that state of well-being with feelings of joy, calm, and motivation. It is crucial to understand that having a changing mood is not a sign of weakness or a character flaw. It is a fundamental part of the human experience. Our ability to feel a wide range of emotions is what makes us adaptable and alive. The problem isn't that our moods change. The problem arises when we feel powerless, when we let our moods control us instead of learning how to influence them. To help illustrate this, let me share an analogy. Imagine your mood is like a radio station. You're sitting in a room, and this radio is always on. Sometimes, it's tuned to a station playing upbeat, joyful music that makes you want to dance. Other times, it drifts to a station playing sad, melancholic songs. And sometimes, all you get is static, that confusing, irritating noise of anxiety or frustration. Now, you can't always control the signal that's coming in. Life will inevitably send you signals of stress, disappointment, or loss. But you are not a passive listener. You have a choice in how you respond. Do you just sit there in the dark, letting the static fill the room, feeling helpless? Or do you get up, walk over to the radio, and start adjusting the antenna? Do you gently turn the dial, searching for a clearer, better channel? That is the power you have. You can learn to become the operator of your own mental radio. And that's exactly what we're going to explore in upcoming sessions, the practical techniques to fine-tune your mental frequency, shifting it towards positivity, happiness, and inner balance. To get you started on this path, I have a simple but powerful takeaway exercise for you. It's called a mood journal. For the next 3 days, I want you to take a moment to check in with yourself 3 times a day, once in the morning, once in the afternoon, and once in the evening. Grab a notebook or use an app on your phone and simply write down what your mood is. Are you feeling cheerful, anxious, calm, frustrated? Be honest with yourself. Then, right next to your mood, jot down what you think might have influenced it. Did you get a good night's sleep? What did you eat for lunch? Were you scrolling through social media? Did you have an inspiring conversation? Were you worrying about a deadline? By doing this, you'll start to notice patterns. You might discover that your mood always dips in the mid-afternoon, or that you feel most anxious after talking to a certain person. This awareness is the foundational first step to taking back control. You can't change what you're not aware of. So, to recap, your mood is not some random mystery. It's the logical result of the interplay between your brain, your body, your thoughts, and your environment. And the most empowering news of all is that you are not at its mercy. You can learn to guide it. In our next session, we'll dive into the first and most important key to managing your mood, the art of self-awareness. We'll explore how to observe your thoughts and emotions without getting swept away by them, creating the space you need to choose a different response. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you found this helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who might be looking to understand themselves a little better. And always remember, your mood is not who you are, it's just a temporary state, and states can always change. I'll see you in the next one.